proud to be sponsored by Diamond Bright, the car care products that have been keeping the furious fleet looking their best for a long time already. To find all you need to keep your car clean and protected, follow the link below to diamondbright.co.uk. Hello, welcome to Furious Driving. On the last video featuring this Hippo the Freelander, everything was going absolutely swimmingly. It was having a great old time camping up in the woods, being a campsite. However, the excitement got a bit too much of it, and in true Land Rover form, it's broken. And so today's video is brought to you by the letter F and the number 4, which is not positive, sadly. I've taken a quick Google of this, and it says it's something to do with the automatic transmission control block, the valve block basically. So let's go plug in the P-scan and figure out what's wrong. Okay, we've plugged into the car's ODB kind of thing, which gives us access to the computers so we can see what the P-scan has to say about what's wrong with this car. Here we go, the usual business. Now we're looking at transmission, and it is a Jatco, I believe, in this car. Okay, so let's read error codes, and it's got 2 error codes, and they are a P1748 EPC malfunction and a P1605 keep alive memory test failure. Now I'm going to erase the codes and read them again, and there are no error codes. So, don't know if this has been thrown up by something completely unrelated, or if, I don't know, we've got a stored problem by chance, or because the battery was flat when I took it out of the barn, or what, or if it didn't like having us sitting on the roof. Okay, I'm just going to refresh on this, read error codes, and we're back to 1 error code, the P1748 EPC malfunction. So, just fired the engine up just because, and it's showing no error codes again. Okay, let's go quickly Google that 1748 though. Right, I've done some reading up on internet, and it turns out that 178 code is really common, prevalent. You might even say it's on so many forums, and not just on the Freelander, also on the Rover 75, where they use the same gearbox, and the jack code box and the thing. I think it's a fairly well used thing. Anyway, that code number means it is the 2-4 brake duty solenoid, and it's to do with shifting, and the symptoms of it failing are the gearbox changing really roughly, like a sudden shunting change, which this has had for quite some time. I had been worried about the fact that quite often when I'm driving, or when it's cold, every time when it's cold, it hangs on to first gear like forever, but apparently that's really common, and that's just completely normal, nothing to worry about. The fact it was shunting from second to third to fourth, like a proper lurch, like you've just dumped the clutch every time, that is something I should have been concerned about. My dislike of automatics just meant I assumed it was just rubbish. But no, it shouldn't be doing that. What this means is the bottom of the gearbox out, and a lot of people on the forums are saying it's really precise and quite a difficult thing to do. The car's got to be completely level and stuff. I don't know how important that is, and I've got away with worse before doing apparently very precise things, and they've somehow worked out okay. Who knows? But anyway, I've cleared the thing again, and it's currently not showing it. But the other option people are suggesting is that dampness gets into the circuitry. I mean, who knew? An old Land Rover having trouble with wiring. That would be just insane, surely. So I'm just going to fire it up. Just see if I can take it around the block. The light is out. The light is not currently showing because I get the yellow warning for hill descent control coming on. And as soon as I start moving, oh, it seems to be okay now. Oh, no, I've done an entire car length. I've now got the yellow light of doom, and I've got P4 flashing again. So yeah, we're back basically where we started. I'm gonna make some phone calls. Right, so here's the deal. I've been on the phone for a little while now. I've spoken to 2 Land Rover specialists so far. Both of them, well, they want lots of money basically. The first one is horrendously busy. Apparently this is their really busiest time of year, and so it's going to be like a month before they can get the car in on the ramp to even look at. But they did say, much as they trust my diagnostic equipment, they want to do their own diagnostics, which is fair enough before they start throwing parts at it and having an angry customer when I got it wrong. But chances are it's going to be a lot of money if you can get the parts. Second one was slightly more positive in so much that he said the value of the gearbox
would be such that he wouldn't start messing around changing parts in it, because it was probably not economical to start repairing an old gearbox. A recon box is about £1,300, but then you've got his labour on top of that, removing the old gearbox. So we're looking £2,500 minimum to replace the gearbox in this thing. Now this car is worth probably £2,000 on a good day, 1,500 more like it. So yeah, that's not sound economic sense. But then both of them did say gearbox, gearbox, gearbox. So I spoke to an automatic gearbox specialist not far from here. So as soon as I said the magic code number, he was boink, yep, that's the 2-4 solenoid. He knew exactly what I was talking about. It was familiar territory. He wasn't going to change the gearbox, he was just going to change the solenoid. However, the labour and the parts and everything were going to mean around £750, including tax, which is still half the value of old Hippo here. Which means option 3 comes into play. Guess what? I am now a certified, authorised, experienced automatic gearbox technician. So yeah, we can do this, can't we? I've had a look around. Discount MG Rover Supplies, who I get a lot of bits for the 200s for, also do that same part for £75 plus VAT, about 95 quid, plus postage obviously, because it's the same part as the Rover 75. So I can get the part for under £100. I mean, how hard can it be to open an automatic gearbox and change important components? I'm sure it's a doddle. I'm sure it's like an hour's work and nothing can go wrong. Don't you agree? Anyway, we'll find out. So, bad news for me, yet another car I've just taxed so I can use is now dead. I mean, the car is now our new favourite toy to go off camping trips and adventuring. It's only going to go adventuring as far as the barn in 4th gear now, because that's all it can do. So I'll limp it home, I'll limp it back to the barn today, order the parts, and then in a future video you'll see me swearing at the bottom of a Land Rover. So great content for you, more misery for me. That's how the internet works, right? Anyway, good news all around, I guess. But the thing is, all the Land Rover people were basically saying that as far as Land Rover UK are concerned, this is now falling into classic territory. It may not be classic as far as the rest of the world is concerned, but as far as Land Rover are concerned, it's a classic, which means a lot of the parts are no longer supported from them, and dealers don't want to know. Even the aftermarket dealers are a little bit, you know, it's not high value. It's in that little trough of value phase. If you go back to a series Land Rover, 20 years older than this, so a Defender, then yeah, worth lots of money, they're going to want to fix it. A newer vehicle, a Discovery or something, or an Evoque, lots of money, they're going to want to fix it. These things, only worth a couple of grand, they're not that interested. So we're in the territory of, well, DIY or small local garages doing the best. I guess it's DIY. Anyway, thank you for watching. This has not been a video I particularly wanted to make, because I actually wanted to go and drive this thing, not fix it. But you know, it's an old Land Rover, so it's kind of inevitable. Frankly, I've been on borrowed time since I collected it at the beginning of the year. It's what Land Rovers do, they break. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you haven't hit subscribe already, then make sure you do. Smash that button immediately and join me again soon. Well, I'll be fixing this thing and fixing the other cars soon, probably as well.